Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid review. Real Valladolid nil, Real Madrid 3. Real Madrid cruise to a very nice little 3-0 win away from home, and I feel like that should be the positive. I think that obviously getting the win, getting the job done, it is very important, especially when Atletico Madrid dropped points yesterday, and Barcelona could still drop points. They're gonna play Valencia, so in the midst of things, now Atletico Madrid are 4 points behind. Barcelona are currently 10 points behind, although it might be seven, but a 4 point gap against Atletico Madrid and then a 7 point gap to Barcelona is what we needed. And obviously, we need to maintain but also build on this lead, because maintaining it doesn't do much. Because if you're drawing games and you lose one of two games and you're still in the lead, other teams are going to catch up. So you have to be winning every single game in front of you. And with results like Atletico Madrid drawing Villarreal, it gives you that obviously advantage even more. But I really thought that going into this game and with the way that the game started, um, Real Valladolid made it a very tough atmosphere and a very good start for them. And they had the better chances in the first 10 to 15 minutes. They were sort of trying to get the crowd going, trying to get Real Madrid playing this sort of football which we always seem to have to play against when we play such teams, where we've got everyone um, passing the ball around. Real Valladolid have everyone behind the ball. They've got everyone defending in their own box, in their own half, sorry. And it's just impossible to break through their team, because they are really set up in a very defensive way. And when they do win the ball, they play the counter-attacking football. And they nearly benefited from it a couple of times. But once the first sort of 30 minutes went by, it seemed like their shape just was gone, and there was more space, and that was the first goal. Um, it was space. It was Real Valladolid not being able to close down those one-touch passes, and it was Real Madrid taking advantage, and that is, you know, the way that we scored the first goal. And then gradually in the second half, they might have lost some steam, they might have lost some energy, and eventually we got the job done. Now, first of all, before we get into the goals that I want to really talk about, a couple of standout players. Obviously, firstly, Kylian Mbappé. Um, a hat trick, a first Real Madrid hat trick for Kylian Mbappé. He is coming good, and I think it's no surprises that he is. Now, 2-3 months ago, when obviously after the Liverpool game, after the Athletic Club game, it was really disappointment. It was consistently being poor. It just wasn't good enough. And I'm gonna say this: I have always backed Mbappe. I knew that we needed to trust Mbappe. It's the same with Endrick, and it's the same with Arda Güler, and these players who have just come in, who are young, and Mbappe isn't exactly young anymore, but he still needs time to adapt to the environment, the league, and his teammates. And in the past 2 months, he has done really well to finally be able to adapt to the environment. And this is the beginning of signs to come. I think that Mbappe will come good. I think we have to trust. And people saying prime Mbappe is back. I don't think this is prime Mbappe. I don't think this is what you can get the most out of. He is performing at a very high level, at a very good level, but it's not 100% yet. And with that said, he's now only one goal behind Lewandowski in La Liga. Lewandowski's got 16, and Mbappe has 15. I think this golden boot can go all the way to the end of the season, and it will be fascinating to watch. But genuinely, Mbappe was the best player on the pitch, and he wasn't the only good player, but he was the best player, and he was the number one standout player on the pitch today, and he needed that. And with Vinicius out for this game, and Vinicius will be out against Brest as well, if I'm not wrong, because he picked up, accumulated amounts of yellow cards. When we don't have Vinicius Jr., who has been vital and pivotal to this team, we will need Mbappe to step up. And that's exactly what he has been doing in the last couple of games when he has been the main man. And forget about this, is he going to play striker? Is he, comfortable playing there? It doesn't matter, does it? Because what this system has allowed him to do, especially now that Brahim has sort of come in, Rodrigo is starting to play on the left, especially with Vinicius out. It gives everyone, especially Mbappe, the space to free roam. He doesn't have to stay at the central spot, which we saw at the start of the season. And that might have been Ancelotti saying to Mbappe, we need you to stay in the middle. But now, Mbappe has the freedom, has the space to run around. He doesn't have to stay in the box. He doesn't have to stay in the middle of the attack. He can roam out to the left-hand side. And that was what happened with the first 2 goals. I also want to sort of talk about Dani Ceballos, because this is a player that I have genuinely believed for a long time. I do believe that I think he's not good enough to play for Real Madrid. Now, has he suddenly become prime Toni Kroos? No. But has he worked hard to get himself into the starting 11? And when he has been given the opportunity to start and play, has he delivered? Yes. And this is a player who has been delivering in the last couple of games. He isn't the kind of player to get a goal, to get an assist, but it's more than that. It is the lead up to the play. It's a lead up, the build up play that he has been involved in a lot. And he does that sweeper job where he just gets the ball at that 6, and then he finds Valverde, he finds Bellingham, he just gets that job. He's not a destroyer. He's not a physical, tall midfielder who goes in with tough tackles, but he's a player who wins the ball back and just distributes it quickly and gets us set on the counter-attack like that. And that is something that if Toni Kroos was playing at that 6, that was what Toni Kroos would have done. And that is something that Camavinga can't do or wouldn't do. That is something that Valverde isn't the best part of his game, neither is it Bellingham's. So Dani Ceballos is doing something that he is actually been very good at, which is to get the ball and distribute the ball to others. Because he isn't a player like Valverde who can carry the ball and then with the sort of pace and stamina to run all the way to the other half of the pitch. But he's able to pick up those little passes, and that is something that he has been, top notch at, and he has improved, and he has worked really, really hard to get that done. So we have to give credit where credit's due. Again, I thought Bellingham was pretty decent. Rodrigo on the left, obviously we know this. Rodrigo on the left is better. But again, he was pretty good. Got the assist for the second goal. But yeah, let's talk about the goals today. The first goal, just beautiful. I think, was it Ceballos who, I think it might have been Ceballos who made the pass to Valverde, if I'm not wrong. And then Fede Valverde just plays a really beautiful true pass for Mbappé, and then it's that one touch football, Mbappé to Bellingham, back to Mbappé, and a curl finish into the back of the net. That is beautiful football. When you watch it back and you watch it slowly, that is beautiful. The touch, the passes, the runs, the combinations, everything about that goal was beautiful. And then second half, the second goal, again, it's the counter-attacking transitional goal. And Rodrigo gets the ball, runs at goal. Mbappé is very smart because he knows that if he runs down the middle, there is a high chance that either the pass from Rodrigo to Mbappé gets intercepted, or the pass goes to him, but he can't get a shot off, or he's blocked, or he's tackled. So he doesn't run down the middle. He goes on the outside of Rodrigo. And by doing that, he gives himself more space. He gets the ball and then he finishes it really, really well. It's not an easy finish because the defender was there in the end, but it was a very, very smart play again. Final goal. Was it a penalty? It's a really, really harsh penalty and yellow card, to be honest, because look, it's the second yellow for Mario Martin. He's out on loan, isn't he, from Real Madrid, but he went to tackle and win the ball. He got the ball, but it was the follow-up. It was the follow-up challenge where his legs were high. It was at the start, and it was the follow-up. It's the follow-through that was given as a penalty. So it's a harsh one, really, and it's a harsh yellow card. But Mbappé steps up, scores, and that does him a lot of confidence. And Real Madrid go top by 4 points. Next up, we've got Brest away midweek, and then we have got Espanyol away next week, and then Leganes away the week after, and then Atletico Madrid at home. So 3 more away games and then a big game at home against Atletico Madrid. So a really, really big game today. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the rest did, subscribe to the channel on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.